Hello everyone, good morning. Okay, up to last lecture we have seen the three chapters. Okay, basics of communication system, wave propagation and antenna. Okay, from today's lecture we will start the next chapter, AM and FM modulation. Okay, so first we see what is the baseband signal. So what is the baseband signal? Baseband signal, it is the electrical equivalent of your original information signal. It is called as a baseband signal. It is the electrical equivalent of your original information signal is called as a baseband signal. So first we see what is the baseband transmission. What is the baseband transmission? Baseband transmission means transmission without modulation. Baseband transmission means transmission without modulation. Okay. In some system called as a baseband transmission system, the baseband signals are converted into the electrical equivalent of signal and transmitted directly. Okay. In some system, the baseband signals are transmitted directly, means electrical equivalent of signal which is transmitted directly. For example, in telephone networks where the sound signal which is converted into the electrical signal and it is directly placed on a telephone lines for the transmission. Okay. Consider another example as computer data transmission over which a coaxial cable in a computer network. Okay, when we want to communicate the computer data transmission, at that time the coaxial cable on which the data which is transmitted directly. Okay. Thus the baseband transmission is the transmission of original information signal as it is. Means in baseband transmission we are transmitting the electrical equivalent of signal as it is. Okay. There are limitations of this baseband transmission. Okay. When we want to transmit this baseband signal for the wireless communication or free space, then this signal cannot travel for the longer distance in the air. Okay. When we are using this baseband transmission for the wireless communication, then this baseband signal cannot travel for long distance in the air. Okay. They are get suppressed after short distance. They are get suppressed after short distance. To overcome these disadvantages, we are using the modulation technique. To overcome this disadvantage, we are using the modulation process. Okay. So what is the modulation? Modulation means simply change. Modulation means simply change. We are considering another example. If you want to throw a piece of paper to a distance of 5 to 10 meter, then it is impossible. Why it is impossible? Because paper, it has less weight. Okay. If you enclose stone inside the paper, then it can reach longer distance because of its weight. If you are enclosed stone inside the paper, then it can reach longer distance. This is because of its weight. Here we are compare less weight paper with low frequency. Here we are compare less weight paper with a low frequency. Then this low frequency signal cannot travel for the longer distance without any loss. So we will take help of high frequency signal, that is the carrier signal. Okay. So we are taking the help of high frequency signal, that is the carrier signal. So by superimposing low frequency message with a high frequency carrier signal, we send the message signal for the longer distance. By superimposing low frequency message signal with a high frequency carrier signal, we can send the message signal for the longer distance. Okay. One of the popular communication system where the process of modulation is applied is radio. Okay. One popular communication system where we are applying the modulation is the radio. Okay. Most of us have the radio in our house. Okay. The radio gets signal from the base station. Okay. Human voice has frequency range 20 Hz to 20 kilohertz. Okay. These are low frequency signal, and low frequency signal cannot transmitted as it is because of the some drawback. So we are using the modulation process. We are using the modulation process. Okay. So what is the modulation? The modulation is the process of superimposing low frequency information signal on a high frequency carrier signal. Okay. So in modulation, your information signal or baseband signal, it is called as a modulating signal, which is of low frequency sine wave. Okay. So this low frequency signal cannot travel for the long distance. So we are adding the carrier signal which is of high frequency. Okay. So this is the high frequency sine wave. Okay. So we cannot walk for the longer distance. So we are the baseband signal. Okay. When we are use bus or car to reach the destination, then bus and car are the carrier signal. Okay. So see the example. So see in the figure. So first one, it is the sine wave which is of low frequency, which is your modulating signal, which is nothing but your baseband signal, or which is nothing but your information signal. Okay. Next, then this information signal, baseband signal or modulating signal cannot travel for the long distance. Okay. So we are use the carrier signal which is of high frequency. So we are using the high frequency sinusoidal signal which is the carrier signal. Okay. And at the output we are getting the modulated signal. At the output we are getting the modulated signal. So see the man, it is the modulating signal. Okay. Next one, the car, it is the carrier signal. Okay. Okay. When your man which is sits in a car, then it is modulated signal. When the man which is sits in a car, then it becomes modulated signal. Okay. So this is the some basics of your modulation or information related with your modulation. So see the modulation process. So in this modulation process we are uses one modulator. So modulating signal, that is the baseband signal, that is the information signal which is of low frequency, which is given to the modulator. Okay. This modulating signal cannot travel for the long distance. So we are taking the help of carrier signal which is of high frequency signal. Okay. So we are taking the help of carrier signal which is of high frequency. Both signals are given to the modulator, and at the output we are getting the modulated signal. At the output we are getting the modulated signal. So this modulating signal cannot travel for the long distance. So we are using the carrier signal which is of high frequency. Both signals are given to the modulator, and at the output of modulator we are getting the modulated signal. We are getting the modulated signal. So this modulation process which is done at the transmitter side. The modulation process which is done at the transmitter side, where at the receiver side demodulation process which is done to recover the original signal back. So modulation process which is done at the transmitter side means we are adding the carrier signal, where the demodulation process which is exactly opposite to the modulation which is done at the receiver side. In this process we are removing the carrier signal and recovering the original signal back. So modulation which is done at the transmitter side, demodulation which is done at the receiver side. In modulation process we are adding the carrier signal, and in demodulation process we are removing the carrier signal. So this is the modulation process. So this is the modulation process. So we will see the definitions of modulations. Okay. So modulation is the process of superimposing low frequency information signal on a high frequency carrier signal. Modulation is the process of superimposing low frequency information signal on a high frequency carrier signal. Or another definition is modulation is the process in which carrier signal varies or changes according with information signal or input signal. Modulation is the process in which the carrier signal varies according with information signal or input signal. So modulation is the process of superimposing low frequency information signal on a high frequency carrier signal. Or modulation is the process in which carrier signal varies or changes according with your modulating signal is called as a modulation. Okay. In modulation, your one of the parameter of carrier signal, that is the amplitude, phase or frequency, which is changes according with your input signal or information signal. It is also called as a modulation. In modulation, the one of the parameter of carrier signal, that is amplitude, frequency, phase, varies or changes according with your modulating signal. It is also called as a modulation. So this is about the modulation. Next one, it is the need of modulation. Okay. So we will see the what are the needs of modulation. Okay. The baseband signal transmission cannot be used for the radio communication. Baseband signal transmission cannot be used for the radio communication. Means what? The baseband signal transmission cannot be used for the wireless communication or radio communication. Okay. To transmit the baseband signal for the radio communication, we are using the modulation process. To transmit the baseband signal for the radio communication, the modulation which is used. Okay. So we will see the some needs of modulation. Okay. So first need, it is the to reduce the height of antenna. To reduce the height of antenna. Next one, it is the to avoid the mixing of signal. Next one, it is the to avoid the mixing of signal. Next one, it is the to make multiplexing possible. To make multiplexing possible. Next one, it is the to increase the range of communication. To increase the range of communication. Next one, to improve the quality of reception. To improve the quality of reception. Okay. So there are 5 needs of modulation. First one, it is the to reduce the height of antenna, to avoid the mixing of signal, to make multiplexing possible, to increase the range of communication, and to improve the quality of reception. These are the needs of modulation. First we see first need. Okay. So to reduce the height of antenna. Okay. So to reduce the height of antenna. So height of antenna which is calculated by h is equal to lambda by 4. Lambda, it is the wavelength, lambda by 4. But we know that lambda is equal to c by f. C, it is the velocity of light, and f, it is the frequency. So formula for antenna height is h is equal to c by 4f. Okay, we are putting the value of lambda in a first equation. So we are getting the h is equal to c by 4f. Okay, first we consider the baseband signal which is transmitted, then we are considering the modulation which is done and modulated signal which is transmitted. Okay, first we consider that the baseband signal which is transmitted. So this baseband signal, it is of low frequency. So we are considering the first term low frequency. We are considering frequency as 10 kilohertz. Okay, it is of low frequency. So put value of 10 kilohertz in this equation. So we are getting h is equal to c, it is the velocity of light, it is a 3 into 10 raised to 8 divided by 4 into f. F means frequency, it is the 10k. So 10 into 10 raised to 3. So we are getting h is equal to 7.5 kilometer. We are getting h is equal to 75 kilometers. Okay. Now we are considering the baseband signal which is modulated. Then height of antenna which is calculated as h is equal to c by 4f. Again we are considering the baseband signals are modulated. So we are considering the high frequency signal. So we are considering the frequency as 1 megahertz. So 1 megahertz means 1 into 10 raised to 6. So put the values. C, it is the 3 into 10 raised to 8 divided by 4 into f. F, it is the 1 into 10 raised to 6. So we are getting the h is equal to, what we are getting, the h is equal to 75 meter. Okay. So antenna of this height which is possible to install. Okay. But when we are considering the baseband signal without modulation, at that time we are getting the antenna height as 7.5 kilometer. So antenna of this height, it is impossible to install. 7.5 kilometer of antenna, it is impossible to install. But when we are modulate the signal, at that time antenna height which is get reduced to the 75 meter. It is reduced to 75 meter. So antenna of this height, it is possible to install. So we are reducing the height of antenna by using the modulation. We are reducing the height of antenna by using the modulation. So first advantage is to reduce the height of antenna. By using modulation process, we are reducing the height of antenna. Next one, it is the to avoid the mixing of signal. Next one, it is the to avoid the mixing of signal. So we are considering the 3 baseband signal of frequency 0 to 20 kilohertz. We are considering the 3 baseband signal, it is of frequency 0 to 20 kilohertz. Okay. When we are transmitting these 3 baseband signal at the same time, then these 3 signals are get mixed with each other, and at the receiver side we cannot separate out them. Okay. When 3 signals are transmitted at the same time, then these 3 signals are get mixed with each other, and at the receiver side we cannot separate out them. So when we are using the modulation process, at that time first baseband signal we are modulated to 300 kilohertz. Then for the second baseband signal modulated at the 200 kilohertz, and third baseband signal which is modulated at the 100 kilohertz. Then when we are transmitting this signal, then at the receiver side they are uses different frequency slots. So at the receiver side we are separate out them very easily. At the receiver side we are separate out them very easily. So by using this modulation we are avoiding the mixing of signal. We are avoiding the mixing of signal. Okay, again I will explain that. If we are considering the 3 baseband signal of frequency 0 to 20 kilohertz, then these 3 baseband signals are transmitted without modulation. Then all these signals are get mixed with each other. Then at the receiver side, we cannot separate out them. So to avoid this, the baseband signals are modulated with different frequencies. Then they will occupy different frequency slot and receiver can easily detect them. So this is the second advantages or second need of modulation. Okay, so first it is the to reduce the height of antenna. Second one it is the to avoid the mixing of signal. Okay, remaining 3 needs we will see in a next lecture. Remaining 3 advantages or need we will see in a next lecture. Again we will see all these point, okay, of today's lecture. First we have seen the what is the modulation. Okay, so what is the modulation? Modulation, it is the process in which your carrier signal varies or changes according with your modulating signal is called as a modulation. Modulation is the process in which carrier signal varies or changes with your information signal or input signal. Or modulation is the process of superimposing low frequency signal into high frequency signal. Okay, or the modulation is the process in which some of the parameter of carrier such as amplitude, frequency, phase is varies or changes according with your modulating signal is called as a modulation. The modulation process which is performed at the transmitter side, where the demodulation process which is performed at the receiver side. Okay, the demodulation process which is exactly opposite to your modulation. In modulation we are adding the carrier signal, and in demodulation process we are removing the carrier signal. So modulation process which is done at the transmitter side, demodulation process which is done at the receiver side. Okay, then what is the baseband transmission? In baseband transmission, the electrical equivalent of signal which is transmitted directly. Okay, as we are considering the example of telephone network, then the sound signal which is converted into the electrical signal and it is directly given on a telephone lines. Okay, and another example, it is the computer data transmission, in which on coaxial cable we are transmitting the data directly. Okay, so when we are considering the baseband transmission for the wireless communication, at that time this baseband signal cannot travel for the long distance in the air. Okay, then these baseband signals are get suppressed after the short distance. So to avoid this limitation or to avoid this drawback, we are using the modulation process. We are using the modulation process. Okay, so there are 5 needs of modulation. First one, it is the to avoid the mixing of signal, to make multiplexing possible. Next one, it is the to increase the range of communication, to improve the quality of reception, and last one, it is the to reduce the height of antenna. On today's lecture we will see the 2 needs. First one, it is the to reduce the height of antenna, and second one, it is the to avoid the mixing of signal. In the next lecture we will see the remaining needs. Okay, so thank you.